What worked for you? I mean, were you forced somehow into a program?
So I kept going to jail. I kept going to jail, and thankfully here in LA County, where we treat a lot of people who are mentally ill and addicted, and we incarcerate them instead of putting them through treatment like they need to be because of cost, right? Right here in LA right now, they're doing mental health diversion and drug diversion. And so because I was 19 years old, had a drug charge, they sentenced me to a year in treatment. Saved my life.
Yeah, that was amazing. I saw that you recently posted that memory actually on Instagram. And I think it's inspirational for some people because, look, they don't know what the answers are. And for you, you got a good sentencing where they actually told you to go to treatment. And this is something that we want to tell everybody too, is that this is not something that you can do alone. A parent cannot do this alone. You've got to reach out to a professional. This takes a village. And this is what the dad was trying to do. And I think that's why we're all sort of seeing both sides here and talking about this so much.
So if you look at this, Lisa, from your perspective as a clinical psychologist and attorney, how far can parents go? How far should they go? Let's just assume that you have a teenager who is living their life with reckless abandon, abusing, and you cannot get through to them. From your perspective, what means could someone use that may be more effective than bounding and gagging?
Well, I mean, I think in this situation, if that's the last resort and you've done everything else, to Lexus's point, you're not going to take a teenager and have a reasonable conversation with them. Developmentally, they're not going to get it. If they're on drugs, they're not going to get it. To me, I think that the fastest way is to get them arrested. Call the police, get them into the system. And I know as a parent, that is a really strong statement. I have 2 kids myself. My brother was in multiple different treatment centers, and I was that sister that sat in the car as we drove in, as he lied to me, telling me he was sober, on the way out of family. Like, I've been through this world, and to me, if it was my kid, I might bound and gag them if that's gonna keep them alive.
Me too.
If it's gonna keep them alive.
I'm glad you said that.
Like, that's what we have to do.
We would do anything for our kids, and
That's
if we thought this was the last resort, then
But I think to both of your points, it does no good to have the father and older daughter, in this case, in jail. But worst case scenario, rather than bounding and gagging, as you mentioned, it would probably be better for your teenager to be arrested. Because at least then they are in a place where they cannot abuse and will hopefully get shepherded into some kind of treatment that is, quite frankly, forced upon them because they may not want it. And there are no easy answers here, and I think that's what this discussion highlights. Alexa, I want to thank you because another thing that you brought up is, at a minimum, get professional help. And you may not even need inpatient treatment like you offer, but you need to talk to someone who knows what they're doing. Don't go out there like the Wild West and hey, honey, go get the ropes. And I mean, that is bound to end poorly. Whether you're in jail, your child's in jail, someone dies. We're gonna have more resources on our website, thedoctorstv.com. No easy answers here, but certainly Lisa and Alexis, we appreciate all the work that you do.